show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy, British punk, yo, what I wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity. We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's. Hear that. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a great show for you guys today. I think you can see us. Look how good Ron looks. He's halfway through his first week of MDS treatment, and we're going to have a really good show. But before we get started, let's say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, everybody. I'm gaining my weight back, thank God. I'll be looking like myself, and I'm feeling good. The only thing is the shots that they give me, whatever that crap is they put in me for my bone marrow, attacks all the bones and all your joints hurt. And I hurt right now. My knees, my ankles, my wrists, my fingers. But it's healthy. It's medicine going where it should.
To make him
right,
better.
Astro?
Yes.
My dog loves to tongue kiss. You don't tongue kiss your father. You go find a nice little girl poodle and you tongue kiss her, okay? Yeah, you don't kiss your daddy. You kiss your daddy nice. You don't tongue your father, you little pervert.
So what's up, chat room? People are starting to show up. Cindy
Hello.
Lady Lake, thank you so much for all the promotions. Hey, Stefan, hope you're well. Hope Tina is well. We got a really fun show, you guys. Since we're in October, we're doing horror people today. We have Debbie Rochon coming on. I'm not sure if that's how we pronounce it.
That's horror people, not horror.
Anyway,
so
horror.
If you think we're having horrors on, we don't have any horrors on.
No, but it's horror people.
He pronounces horror as horror.
We'll ask all the people how they pronounce it.
No, I tell you that every time you say
I know, but I pronounce it the East Coast way. You pronounce it like a New York way or some shit. I don't know what that is.
Horror. It's horror, not horror.
No, it's horror.
A horror is a woman who works.
No, that's a whore, not a horror.
But
horror. Anyway,
we don't have whoas coming on. We have horror people coming on.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. We have Debbie Rochon coming on, which I
mean, we've had whoas on. We never knew they were whoas, but we've had quite a few.
Found out later.
Quite a few whoas on our show. Quite a few whoas.
But you guys, we should have fun today. So we have an icon in the world of horror, Debbie Rochon, coming on. And then we have one of the up-and-coming horror icons, Sarah Nicklin, coming on, who's actually was back on our show back in, I think, 2021 or so when Pretty Boy came out. She was in Marcel Wallace's movie Pretty Boy, and she's got a new movie that's coming out.
She had to be in two. She had to be in Pretty Boy too.
No, she was in Pretty Boy. No, it's the first one is Blind. The second one is Pretty Boy. She was in Pretty Boy.
Oh.
Because remember, they had different names.
But who was she in Pretty Boy?
I don't know. One of the people. There's like 6 people or 8 people. She's one of the 8.
I don't remember her.
Well, you have to see what she looks like, and then maybe you'll remember. She's also in Garden of Eden.
Okay.
So you'll remember her when we see her, you guys. She's super talented, and
she's in a lot of Marcel's films.
Not a lot, just 2, I think.
No, that's a lot.
Oh, okay. He's got a lot of movies. He just finished one about anacondas, and his movie with the dinosaurs is getting ready to come out in Germany. It already came out in the United States. He's working all the time. Good for him. I'm happy for him.
Good for him. We love Marcel.
Yeah, so it's a really cool thing.
Couldn't happen to a better
And
guy.
Another thing that I noticed on our second guest, IMDb, is that she stars in a Joey Belladonna Anthrax video.
Joey Belladonna.
So we didn't bring that up because we love Joey Belladonna.
We love Joey.
He's
and
fabulous.
his wife, they're fabulous people.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun today, you guys. I'd like to first tell everybody you can watch the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell on Podbean, Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify,
Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, and Amazon Prime. We're also on about another 150 other platforms, but these are the ones everybody uses. So you can see us, and if you want to watch the video, you can see us on 360 television, or you watch us on YouTube. On
You would think with all that exposure, people would ask me for an autograph.
Yeah, you never know.
Never happened. Once I got asked for an autograph.
Actually, when we used to live in Pennsylvania, people used to always send us messages asking us to send autograph pictures, but we don't have any.
No, but I was in a restaurant once. Oh, that wasn't for your show. That was for my show. Set the record straight. And I was having lunch with somebody, and a couple came over, and they said, "Are you Ron Russell?" I said, "Yes, I am." They said, "Oh, we love your show. Could we have an autograph?" I said, "Absolutely." I was embarrassed. I felt like a jerk doing it the first time. And the person I was lunching with was smiling, and my friend Arlene, and she said to me, "Wow, look at that. They know you." I said, "One person. What are you carrying on? One friggin' person." In all my work.
A lot of people, unless they follow us in social media, don't know what we look like, because most people listen to this show. They don't watch it.
If you don't know what I look like, let me describe myself. I'm 6 foot tall, 23 years old, with a body of death. I have beautiful green, blue eyes and black hair, and my face is of an Adonis. So if you see me in the street, ask for my autograph.
There you go. That kind of could be a lot of people, actually. Oh, good. Now the chat's working better. I can see it. Okay. So what do we got going on? Anything interesting?
No, life is pretty stable right now. No, it's good.
We celebrated my birthday on Saturday, you guys. My birthday's not actually until October 15th, which is next Wednesday's show. So next Wednesday is my birthday show. And but Ron's daughters were here, and so we had a family dinner. It was great. We had a really good time. It was a lot of fun.
And they left to go back to Pennsylvania. That's why we did his birthday early. But, Jimmy's 62 years old.
No.
How much?
I'll be 61.
Oh, 61?
Yeah, don't make me older than I am.
Well, I mean, you're old already. I'm thinking 61. I don't know about that. It's too old for me. I think I need a younger one. 61 years old. I mean,
I've gained like 5 pounds lately.
I'm with a 61. Did you ever think, everybody out there, that you'd ever sleep with a 61-year-old? I mean, that's disgusting. I don't sleep with old men. But anyway.
I'm a good-looking 61, though.
Maybe it's time to find. I'd like a 35-year-old. I think it's time for me to go hunting and find a 35-year-old.
Tina says hi. Say hi to Tina.
Hi, Tina, my love. How are you, sweetie pie?
You gotta like
that one of the nicest human beings on this planet. God, I wish everybody was like her. We wouldn't have any of the nonsense we have going on politically. Tina is just such a beautiful human being.
You gotta love it.
Totally beautiful.
So what we're going to do, you guys, we're going to take a quick music break. Then we're going to come back, and our first guest is in the green room. We're going to bring her on in about 3 minutes. It's a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to play, because I like this so much, we're going to play, the name of the song is Pusher by the band Al. Chris Wise, because I'm going to an event that I'm hosting this weekend. He's going to be performing. So check it out, everybody. Here's Pusher by Al, and when we come back, we'll be with our first guest.
Yes.
It's like waking in a
Yay, everybody. So that's Al. The name of the song is Pusher. That's Chris Wise's band. And you also know him as the bass player for the Hollywood Vampires. So we're going to bring on our first guest. Let's bring her in, Juan, and see if we can hear her. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Can you
Nice.
hear us?
I can hear you guys perfectly. Hello, Jimmy and Ron.
So I have a question real quick.
But before we go any further, I don't want you to be offended if Jimmy calls you a whore
Yeah?
because he pronounces horror whore.
I bet she does too.
She's
How
a
do you-
war actress. Oh, another one of those. There's
How do you say horror?
I try. It's a challenge, isn't it? Because you have to really be careful and say horror.
Horror. See, she says it like I do.
The
Horror.
correct
Because if you just say
pronunciation
it,
is
you're saying
it's
horror.
horror. It's if you say horror, you
Horror.
don't confuse it. But if you say
Horror.
horror, people think all the men are going to start playing
Okay,
with
so
themselves.
anyway.
They're going to get excited.
It's a
Oh, look, you got a whore one.
So hold on. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Roshan or Roshan?
Rochon.
Roshan.
I think I love you
Roshan.
already.
Both.
I think I like you a lot. There's
Both.
something about you I really like. I don't know what it is. but
All right,
I'll
everybody.
find it out.
So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, everybody. The queen of horror.
Yeah, you did it.
Debbie Roshan. Hello, Roshan. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. I was listening to you guys, and how do I follow the autographs, the hunting for younger? This is all good stuff. I was really engaged. I was like, what's going to happen next? What are they going to talk about next?
But
I love
Debs,
it.
You have to remember, I tell people before they come on our show, make believe we're in Brooklyn in my apartment having Entenmann's cake with coffee and we're bullshitting. And that's what our show is all about. That's why people like us.
Yeah.
You know, we're on the air 19 years.
Wow.
So we're doing something
So
right.
when I told you I thought you were on our show before, I lied. You have not been on our show before.
We didn't lie. You
We
just
have
mistaken.
we have never met because I've had almost everybody from horror on, and actually I got you confused with Tiffany Shepis because she was on like 15 years ago.
Meanwhile, what part did you play in Marcel's movie?
No, she's not in Marcel's movie. That's a second guest.
That's a second.
Which actually
guy.
she did a movie with also. He doesn't guess. He
Who's
doesn't
that?
get
Who's that? Who's that?
Sarah Nicklin is coming on second, and she had a little role in something you did many years ago. And she's become very prominent.
Yeah.
She's got a new movie coming out, and
Yeah, but you're the hot shot.
yeah, you're the hot shot. We put
Well,
you-
you know, I'm like you guys. We're the OGs.
yes,
So
we are.
We need the up and comers. So it's
And I
good.
like a
good.
lot of the up and comers, but I'm way more comfortable with the OGs since I'm one of them too, and it's a lot.
So
of
are you
fun.
considered a scream queen?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been called that for decades.
So you've been
I mean, I
called-
don't call myself that. I always say that, and it becomes like a point of conversation, which is fine. It's very limiting, but if somebody calls me that, you got to roll with it. I went through a whole period where I like debunked it. I was like, yeah, okay, you know, it was a very 90s thing. Everybody was one.
Everybody was screaming then.
But yeah, but you know, Julie Strain always said, and this is a great quote. She would say, I make more people scream than I've ever screamed.
Okay, good. I like that.
And I said, yeah, that's kind of like, although I scream while I'm killing, but it's more of a rage. You know? It's more of like a rah. Ah.
You're also funny. Funny is good.
So I have a question. So I'm from Florida. Where on the East Coast do you actually live? Because you're on the East Coast, right?
Well, yep, I'm up in Canada right now.
Okay.
Spent like 30 years in New York. But yeah, went up to Canada, take care of some relatives, and here I am.
And you're still in Canada. So I want to talk with people.
Wait, what makes you like Canada more than New York?
She's from here.
Well, I never said I did, but I never, well, you know, and there's been so many books and documentaries and sayings and quotes, people saying like, man, once you live in New York, you can't live anywhere else. And that's the truth.
It is true.
That's
I'm
the truth.
from Brooklyn. I'm a native New Yorker. I grew up in the streets of New York. I know, as my father would say, he knew every cellar and every attic in New York. So do I. I mean, I hung out at every gay bar. As soon as it opened in New York, I was there. But
You opened them.
By the way,
I love New York. I will always
Oh, I
belong.
know. So you're both down in Florida.
No, we're in Palm
now we're in
Springs.
Palm Springs,
I hate
California.
I hate Palm Springs.
We're in Palm Springs, but I'm from Florida. I got involved in horror movies and stuff when I was really young, and I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and I would go to the conventions and I would give away the clothes to get people to let me take pictures, and then that's how I got guests on the show initially 18 years ago. And we, like, our first couple of guests were like Lance Henriksen and Malcolm McDowell. I mean, we were nobody. We had all these huge people on. You know, it was basically for that, and so but we never had you, and I want to talk a little bit because you have a unique career. First of all, you've been doing it a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, and you're still doing it, which is terrific. I wrote down that you spent at the very beginning of your career, you spent 3 weeks on the Fabulous Stain, Ladies and Gentlemen, the Fabulous Stains as an extra, which has a great cast: Diane Lane and Laura Dern, Ray Winstone.
Love Diane Lane.
You know, it has Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols, which I actually almost had him on the show one time. And, you know, so you had all these iconic people. And then, you know, you were in New York and you did a bunch of like plays and stuff, but you've actually studied your craft. You're not like a lot of the people today, they like pay money on an Indiegogo campaign and then all of a sudden they're like an actress. You actually studied.
It's such bullshit. I hate that.
I know. And it's not as though I don't understand the desperation for raising money, because I personally have never been good at it. So I sympathize with people who need to, I don't know what, but you pretty much, I mean, if you're at the point, I think, of like giving away the movie to get the money, and it's really no longer, you know what I mean? Like,
Not your movie anymore.
Yeah.
Listen, I was in a movie where I had one of those pay to play, and I wanted to kill myself on the set, but I decided I would kill the director or the producer. I had to kill somebody because I played a cop, a nasty cop who's really mean. And my dialogue was nasty that I directed to this guy. That guy is supposed to now jump up and get mad at me. You know what he did? He jumped up and he said, "Oh, you're a bastard." I stopped. Wait a minute. I stopped the camera. I said, "Who the fuck is this? Get me out of here." I started to scream. Are you jerking me off? What are you, crazy?
I know. And you know what? It's not even the guy's fault. You know what I mean? Like, they let him pay money and come on. So it's not even his fault.
No, it's their fault.
It is their fault, but they don't do it to it. Listen, I'm in the business 65 years.
Right.
I'm 85 years old.
Yeah.
So I've been in the business forever. I work with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter. When I was 19 and that kind of woman. I mean, I've been around forever. And when I'm on a set, I don't play like I'm a big shot. I never do. But I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And if somebody doesn't feed me the energy and the line, I fall on my face.
Yeah. You can't hold it up on way. It's like playing basketball with people who aren't even trying to catch the ball.
Or they're blind.
No, because you know what? If I
You're alone in a vacuum. And you're better off in front of a green screen at that point.
If I let those pay people make me act, I look like I'm overacting because they're not acting. And I look like I'm trying to outshine everybody else. So it's really a difficult thing to work with a non-professional person.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
So I want to like bring this
I'm
point
asking
up,
her the
though.
question. Don't jump. I'm going to punch you right in the fucking face.
What question?
Very New York.
What's the
I'm
question?
going to punch him in the fucking face. The question is, did you ever work with one of these pay-per-view people, pay whatever they are?
Pay-per-play.
Pay-to-plays.
Hey. Oh, you mean what we just discussed?
Yes.
Yes.
And how did you feel about it?
It was in a scene for there's a long story to this movie, but myself, anybody who's seen Axe to Grind, the original.
Yes.
So they did a sequel with Stormy Daniels and stuff, and then they needed a whole bunch of other stuff. I didn't end up doing it at first. It was all during COVID. So it was very complicated and it was just didn't work out. So about a year later, they said, well, we want to have you come out so we could fill out all the stuff that's, try to put it together,
Yes.
have like a through line. And so I said, well, okay, if you bring back Norman, the guy who played Norman, my sidekick in the movie, I said, well, I'd have some fun, because we have great chemistry. He's funny. He's good. He's a hilarious actor. And so they did. They brought him in. But one of the things that we had to do was kill, but it was really a fan. It's a guy. I don't even think he wants to be an actor. He
Just wants
wanted
be
to be
killed by
killed.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Is it fetish?
Actually, that's
Is
a
it
little bit
acting?
better.
I don't even know what
It's
is
a little bit
that.
better if all you have to do is kill them. It's a little bit better than if they're like a main character with you and you
With
have
lines.
to have around in the whole movie.
with lines to die from. You know what I love about you? You say out, not out. When
Out,
you live
yeah.
in Canada, Canadians say out. When I went out, the
Oot.
fuck what out is, but you say
Yeah.
out. So you're still a New Yorker. Kisses to you.
I still say out, but there is the occasional O that I will fuck up. It's true.
We've
Because
No,
had,
sometimes
you talk like a
listen.
New Yorker. You sound New York, babe. I
we've
love
had
it.
some
Oh.
we've had some really cool Canadian bands on. We had Glass Tiger on, and we
Nice.
had Men Without Hats on.
Wow.
Who else did we have? We've had a bunch of cool Canadian,
Yeah.
people on over the year. Steve Basic also is Canadian. He's a very good friend of mine. And
But you know
he doesn't
what?
do too much horror. He does
Yeah.
sci-fi.
Not the new New York. The new New Yorkers stink because they're all from some hick town and they come to like Sex in the City. They thought they were going to be like 4 girls making out with rich guys. But I'm an old New Yorker. I have an accent that nobody has anymore because mine is an old New York accent.
Mm.
You will not find, and you do too, you will not find better people than old time New Yorkers.
That's it. That's
The
the
best.
truth. That's the
We
truth.
help
I mean,
everybody. We're honest. We're upfront. We don't bullshit. We're good people.
yeah, I mean, honest, that's the thing. I mean, the funny thing is now you guys are in California. And okay, so not going into politics, but I just say this. So Gavin Newsom is a really good voice right now. I'm just going to leave that there. But I will say that's kind of why I spent my life in the Northeast and I didn't go west because I had a lot of friends who were out there and have made movies out there. But I liked the vibe and the people of New York. I felt more at home. I'm not saying they're better people. I am saying
They're
I just
friendlier though. People on the East Coast are friendlier than the people on the West
I've
Coast.
worked in New York.
Because I lived there for 50 years in Florida.
Yeah.
I worked in Pennsylvania. I worked in New York.
Yeah.
And my working in New York was so professional. I got to tell you, stage. I did a lot of stage. All
So
the
did she.
all the guys that ran the stage. I mean, it was beautiful. Out here, they're a little stupid. I don't know why, but they fuck up everything. They don't know how to do anything quite right. I mean, even lighting, they don't know.
Now we're talking about in indie films because we work with a lot of
Yeah.
indie films.
Yeah, but I also did feature films years ago in real Hollywood with real actors and stars when I was a kid, when I was very young.
To give you an idea, so his best friend until she passed away was Jane Russell, which you're old enough to know who Jane Russell is.
Oh, of course. Oh my God.
He knew Jane Russell. He knew Betty Davis. He knew Elizabeth
all
Taylor.
the old bags.
He knows all the old bags. I'm friends with all the 80s kids. So
But Jane and I were like brother and sister. I took her name. Russell, I took her name. I loved her so much when I was young.
Well, so did Howard Hughes love her.
Yes.
What?
She said so did Howard Hughes love her.
No, he didn't.
No?
No, he didn't. Not at all. He used
I
her.
thought he made a bra for her.
That was no. I got the real story.
Oh,
She did The Outlaw. and she was wearing a peasant blouse of Orlan kind of, what do they call it?
Material.
Orlan. And he didn't want her nipples to show.
Oh.
So he designed this bra that lifted her up and pushed her out to give her big cleavage because Jane was only a 36B. That's all she was. People had her out to be this enormous tit job. She had little titties. She was. I've seen her in bathing suits in my house. 36. I saw her in a bra actually when she went in my pool because she didn't have a bathing suit with it. She went in my pool in her bra and panties at 83 years old and looked like a young girl with a body of death. But no, that was it. She got that brassiere and she threw it under the cot in her dressing room. She never wore it. She got Kleenex tissue, and because he didn't like the seams. Seams showed over the fabric. So she put all Kleenex underneath that blouse, and you never saw the seams. And when she went out, he looked, he said, okay, good, it worked. She said, that bra killed her. She said, it was so painful.
That's an amazing
True story of the bra.
Wow.
Yeah,
Debunked.
she never made it with him. The rumors were that he was keeping her. He never kept her. That's all bullshit. He just used her as he used everybody.
Yeah. Well, wasn't he wearing Kleenex boxes on his feet at the end?
Wasn't he wearing Kleenex boxes on his feet at the end? I think so. In the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, he was.
Well, Jane never saw any of that, so it's debatable.
So I want to brag a little for you. First of all, you guys. So Debbie, she's got 428 credits on IMDb. You guys, she's been in a million everything that you could possibly know. ET Online named her as the top 40 Scream Queens of the past 40 years, which is a big deal because there's like thousands of Scream Queens, you guys, and so to be in the top 40, you've seen tons of stuff with her. She also, though, didn't become a pay-for-play person. She studied at Chekhov Studios, the Lee Strasberg Institute, with Chicago City Limits, HB Studios. She did a ton of plays. And one thing that I find very interesting, even though you do mostly horror, you also, like, half of the horror movies you've done are horror comedies. So, like, you do horror, like, splatter, fucking bloody all over the place stuff, and then you do horror comedies also. Like, how did that actually come about? Because it's like you're in almost every horror comedy that there is.
Except for Return of the Living Dead, which is amazing. I love.
We had everybody on it.
Oh,
but it still wasn't the original. Night of the Living Dead. That movie still scares the hell out of me. I could watch it. It's so eerie.
It's so eerie. Just like Carnival of Souls, you know? They really have that special thing that you can't recapture. Yeah, it's true.
So tell me a little bit about how you did the whole. Is that because you were like I don't know if you were considered a Tromette, but I know you did a lot of work with Troma.
Yes, I think that's where a lot of it came from because I was doing mostly more serious type of things, like certainly stage and film and stuff like that. But once I started doing Troma movies, which is like doing a play on stage and like an absurdist comedy, like, you know, grounded but insane, like you have to have those two things going on for it to be something watchable, like that's interesting. I mean, because you could be so bad that it's still funny and great, but to do something really good, you have to be grounded, as you guys know, as an actor. So yeah, I mean, I think people saw that and kind of pegged me, but it never bothered me because I like switching it up all the time. The biggest switch was when sort of Hell Block 13 and American Nightmare came around that time. And those were like serious Hell Block 13 campy, but serious films. And yeah, that kind of made everybody see me differently, even though you know yourself, right? You know what you could do, what you would like to do.
Playing dark comedy is very difficult.
Very.
Fine line between stupid and fabulous is very short. So if you don't do black comedy right, you look stupid.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I want to just say real quick how good you look.
Yeah, you're
so,
pretty.
So
You're very
I
pretty.
mean, I've seen all your movies, and you did a lot of like scantily clad, movies back in the day, and you were like
Yep.
smoking hot, and you're still smoking hot. Like you look really, really
Does
good.
that get in the way of your horror?
Well, I got 3 good lights here.
No, she did the scantily clad movies in horror movies.
No, I'm saying that.
Yeah,
but
no, I was scandally clad
You know
in
what?
between the horror movies. And no,
No, wait.
Wait, let me finish.
no, I did. I mean, yeah, I did do a lot of nudity.
Like Hot
Certainly in the
Babes.
90s, right?
Yeah, Hot
And
Babes movies.
to this day, I mean, it's not that I want to, but I will say that last year I did Lloyd's last movie, The Power of Positive Murder, obviously a comedy based on Crime and Punishment. And so I'm sort of this Gloria Swanson style of landlord that really is, a queen bitch. And so it was so much fun. But I'm torturing all of my tenants, but my main tenant who plots to kill me, like the Crime and Punishment story. And in that movie, there's a second where I say, "What about these? These are good, undesirable." I mean, just go crazy. It's part of the insanity, and it's part of trauma, but it's part of the insanity of the character.
So I want to talk about
today showing your boobs today is nothing. Where everybody's so desensitized that they don't care. I mean, they look, they say, "Oh, she got nice tits." Period. They move on to the next thing. Years ago, people would go crazy, but now it's par for course. But let me tell you, you got a boyfriend?
No.
Got a husband?
No.
Got a girlfriend, a wife?
No. At the moment, I am.
You're single.
Well, the thing is, I am taking care of people, so it is very time consuming
and limiting on.
Well, we have a lot of cute guys that live in Canada that have been on our show. So if you guys are watching the show now, give her a call.
Yeah. So wait, I want to go back to
the number is 555-5555. Funny enough. It's easy.
That's a fake number. That's a fake number, by the way.
I want to go back
do
to
they
Troma.
still do that? Do they still do that? 555?
Yeah, some movies I get a kick out of it. They still dial 555. That's the theater fake telephone number.
So I want to go back to Troma. So first of all, I think Lloyd Kaufman was probably in the top 10 people, 10 guests we had on this show like 18 years ago. Great guy, accomplished something that, nobody will ever probably accomplish again and be as successful as he has been. And you've been in a bunch of movies, and I'm bringing this up on purpose for a reason. But first I want to know, did you see the new Toxic Avenger, like the $100 million one? Like, I haven't seen it. I don't know how you're supposed to see it. I don't know if it came out.
I haven't seen it yet either. And not because I haven't wanted to.
Yeah,
it hasn't come close enough to me.
I don't even know where you can see it. So I could see it. But I want to bring this up on purpose. So I have been asked, they're going to do a live stream reenactment, doing the whole thing, I think on Broadway someplace, of Poultrygeist, and they've asked me to produce it.
Oh.
And I actually made a little graphic for it the other day. I haven't signed the contract yet, but I told the people who are bringing me on, who obviously are working with Lloyd, I said, I'm having Debbie Rochon, come on. I was like, I want, and she's in the original Poultrygeist. I was like, when we cast, I want to put her in it. I said, if she's nice, I want to put her in it.
Yeah, listen, I was in it for 2 seconds, but I just got back from Santa Clara, and
you did number 2, right?
I did number 2. And I shot a movie there. And so I had we had about 5 pages of dialogue, and I was with Mark, the original Toxic Avenger from the 84 movie. It was a scene with him and I. He was the mop boy in this. So I mean, there you go. in part 2, I have a far larger part than in part 1.
Oh, well, I would.
Now, wait, what part did you play in Marcel's movie?
No, she's not in
Oh,
Marcel's
why
movie.
do I keep saying that? I keep seeing her in Marcel's movie. You should have been in Marcel's movie. It was a great movie.
How many? Yeah.
Marcel did Blind. Did you ever see Blind with Sarah
No.
French?
No, I haven't seen it.
Fabulous. Sarah did a brilliant job because she did not act.
She's like part of
She
the
did
new
not
Scream
scream,
Queens, the
but
newer
she was
version of Scream
terrified.
Queens.
She showed horror without all of the trim that we show in horror movies.
It won a bunch of different awards. And
It's a
basically,
wonderful
it's a story
movie.
about a lady who loses her
No,
eyesight.
she's not. She's a movie star, and she had her eyes done, and she went blind.
She had
So
her
now
eyes
she lives
separated.
in her mansion in Hollywood Hills, but a crazy fan moved in with her, and she doesn't know it.
She's
And he's a
blind.
psycho, and he looks at her in the shower because she can't see. It's a wonderful story, brilliant. I love that movie. Watch Blind, you'd love it.
Blind. Oh, it sounds right
Really
up my
good.
alley.
Sarah French played it beautifully. Instead of being hysterical and screaming, she did it from within, and you felt her fear. That's
Yeah.
an actress. That's
So-
an
Actress.
So going back. So yeah. Anyway, so as things progress with this, I'm not allowed to say who they have that's supposed to star in it yet.
Am I
but
in it?
When I don't know yet. But
Oh.
when we put it
I sleep with
together,
the
I told
producer. I
I told
should
him
be
I
in
was
it.
I was gonna like reach out to you, that I knew that we were gonna get along and that you were in many Troma
Let's
films.
let's make this deal. Send over the that'll be part of the show. I'll sign the contract.
But you guys, she was in Romeo and Juliet, and
Yep.
what are all the Lloyd Kaufman films that you did?
Oh
that you
boy.
remember?
Okay, so did a whole bunch of stuff with them for TV, like skits before Romeo and Juliet. But
Yes.
that was the first movie. And then Terra Firma, and then Citizen Toxie, part 4, which is part 4. And
Yes.
let's see, Poultry Guys to Tiny's role in that. And then Return to Class of Nukem High. I was Coach
I love
Cotter.
that.
And then Shakespeare Shitstorm, I was Senator Sebastian, who was Lloyd Kaufman's sidekick when he was playing one of he was a set of twins, a man and a woman. So when he was the woman, I was one of the evil cohorts of him. And then in this last movie, I play Mrs. Scarlet.
Mrs. Who?
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Okay, Scarlet. I love it.
And how'd you play that?
Oh, well, I mean, she's taken from like 5 different places, but at the end of the day, she's still really, she's cheap and vulgar, but
Wow.
she pretends to have, a lot of like, higher class hoity-toity elements to her persona and how she views her place. But that's not really how it is. It's really a dump.
good.
But she feels like it's, the castle, and she's, like that. So much fun. Oh my God. So much
That's
fun.
a part actresses love.
Oh,
I know so many actresses, and I say to them, "What's the favorite part you love to play?" And they say, "Bitches."
yeah.
Everyone
Always.
wants to play a bitch. They love it.
Someone else can play the nice guy. I don't want to play the nice guy.
So you also have a movie. You directed your first film, and I think it was Model Hunger. That was yours, right? You directed
Yes.
it.
That's right. Yeah. I directed that in like 2012.
Oh,
And
I
it
think
came
it's
out in,
16.
yeah, it came out in
It's on
2016.
IMDb. Okay.
4 years in post-production.
We've actually had Susie Lorraine, Lynn Lowry, and Tiffany Shepis all on the show
Oh,
over the years, and you've done a lot of movies I've seen with Lynn Lowry,
yeah.
actually, and a lot of movies with Brink Stevens, and she's been on the show.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to know, how was it working with James Gunn back when James Gunn was not who James Gunn is now? Ron doesn't know who James Gunn is. James Gunn's probably like the biggest director in Hollywood today. He did the new Superman. He did all these
I
huge
know
movies.
the name.
So, but you've actually worked with him on a couple of different projects. He was an actor, I think, in one I saw, and he co-produced or co-directed Romeo and Juliet, which was your first,
Feature film with Troma.
Troma. So how was
Yeah.
James Gunn when he was young?
He was really good, and what set him apart was his ability to create and not have like the trauma world be like dictate to him what he was going to do. He was very true to his vision, but he also had to channel Lloyd's, working with Lloyd. So he
Right.
was very good at that. He was a good collaborator. And he was just he had the type of personality that he would never just, because you see this a lot when you see people come and go out of, whether it's Trauma or Full Moon, you could say any one of these companies, that they just have the attitude, yeah, I'm just here until something else happens. Like they have laser focus on what it is that they're working on right now,
Yeah.
to make that as great as they possibly can. So you could see that laser focus in him back then. And so does it surprise me that he's gone to where he has? No, not at all. Even when they tried to cancel him and he had to go through all that bullshit, he came back because he's got that thing that you can't learn, that you just have, that's
That nobody has anymore.
yeah, just, he's gonna
You'll
do it.
find when you're on a film now, there's no director. They're all shit. They don't even know what they're doing. I mean, I worked under the best director in the world. Okay,
Yeah.
what was his name?
What was his name?
I gotta give you his name.
God.
Oh, he's number one
best
director.
director in the
Number
world.
one.
I think I'll find out.
Number one
Oh.
director.
I-
I went away.
he loses things. So he had a bad surgery where he got dementia a
Right.
couple of months ago. So he still forgets some things.
I loved
Yeah.
him. I had the nerve to defy him. I was a soldier, and
What
I
was
kept
the name of the movie you were in?
That Kind of
That
Woman.
Kind of Woman. Hang
with
on.
Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter. And I had my soldier hat backwards because I had beautiful black hair. And he said, okay, Ron, let's put the helmet down. I said, but my hair, you're going to cover my hair.
Sidney Lumet. Sidney Lumet.
Sidney Lumet.
Oh, yeah.
And here I am arguing with Sidney Lumet about my hair. I thought Sophia Loren was going to have a stroke. But anyway,
Oh, he is good.
he was a great director.
Mhm.
You also though had, because you also did in another movie, Tales from the Crapper. Lloyd's in it, and James Gunn is in it, and Eli Roth, another huge director in horror.
Yeah.
He's really nice. I've met him. I've never interviewed him, but he's very nice.
He's a super guy. Really quick story about him. He's like, he's like James Wan. He's like James Gunn. He's one of these guys that has really stayed human, if that makes any sense. Now I am going back to like the late 2000s, I guess it is. When I had my brain, I had a very important to say, non-cancerous brain tumor. So I had it removed. And he was one of the first people to contact me and say, how are you doing?
Oh, that was nice.
I mean, what does it take?
And
to do
it doesn't take anything, but most people don't. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Most can't be bothered. They just.
Well, I don't think 40, 50 years ago, you didn't do that because God forbid Betty Davis had a pimple on her ass. Everybody called her up to say, how's your ass pimple? Because they catered to Betty. You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing with all the stars I knew. And if you didn't cater to them, you were out.
Mm.
They didn't want any part of you. They were very, very strict about that.
Actually, we had on the show back in the day,
Hmm.
we had James Wan on the show when the very first Saw movie came out, and he wasn't like James Wan like he is now. He was
Right.
that first big film, but we actually had him on the show. We had James Wan and Lee Winnell, and it was fabulous. And now you couldn't get them because they're so huge. But
Well, that's
back
what
then,
happened.
They were fabulous.
I was on a movie, a big budget movie too. Remember how much they spent? And we're working, and I said to one of the fellow workers, but where's the director? He said, oh, he's in a room watching us on a television.
Yeah, he's in the video village.
That's how he's going to direct us? Gonna direct us from a television in the room? What the fuck, is he crazy?
No, literally, he was like 50 yards away.
Yeah,
I never saw him do the movie. Well, if you see that movie, you know it didn't have a director. You can tell. Because
Yeah.
everybody was banging in walls. I didn't know what the fuck they were doing. It was terrible. How do you not have a director on the set talking to you? He was
That's
in the room, I swear to God, on a television.
that's Video Village. That's where they all go now.
Video
You know, if they
Village.
have any
You have that
any
too?
budget. That's just the way it is. And then they will send in, depending on the director, but they'll send in the assistant director to give notes to the actors. And they'll say, you know, Mr. Wan, I'm making it, Mr. Wan says, you know, do this or move there.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But you know what? I don't usually have to deal with that. I mean, I know Lloyd has like a Video Village, but it's right there. Like it's just, you could see it. It's just like a few feet away. But they do have to watch because it's not like the old cameras that we started with, and they would have like a little, say, monitor or something, or the Jerry Lewis invented playback machine, right? I forget that what that was exactly called, maybe just that, a playback machine. But yeah, now with everything being digital, it's just, you know, they're pretty much and in the other room going down the hall that way, the guy's editing what you did yesterday. So by the time you walk off of the movie, it's like, you know, you got a rough cut.
Done. Yes,
Everything is so different from years ago.
I want to like brag. So here's some of the people that
years ago they used to say, "Don't trip over the cables."
Yeah,
I love that. I often use that when I talk to friends about it. I say, "Remember when they said don't trip over the cables?" And they know what I'm talking about. It was magic. It was exciting. The set with the big cameras and the lights. It was amazing. Now I made another movie, which was the Shitteroo. And I said,
Shitteroo?
That's a
We all made that movie. Don't worry about it.
Brooklyn expression. And I said to the director, "Where's the camera?" He said, "Up there." I said, "I thought that was a security camera." He said, "No, that's your camera." I said, "That's my camera." It was the size of a
it was like a GoPro.
Yeah.
The security camera was bigger. So I said, "But where's my key light?" He said, "Ron, what year are you from?"
But you know what, though? Let me jump in at this moment and say, yes, where are the key lights? Please, filmmakers, young filmmakers, or any filmmakers, please don't forget there's such a thing as a bounce card. Don't forget that there are key lights. I mean, I actually just wrote about this in my column. Don't kill the, you know, I'll say classic as opposed to older. Means the same thing. Actors with not lighting for them or tweaking. You know what I mean? Like they used to tweak all the time. And it's not even an ego thing. It's going to make your movie look better. Forget about like the personal feelings that anybody may have. It's not about that. If people look good in your movie, then your movie looks better, right?
Well, I see so many actresses that
wait, who do you write for?
Ugly and old because they don't light them like they used to years ago.
Right.
Years ago, they took hours to light a close-up. Now there's no such thing as a.
He has a heart attack when we're watching movies and they show the close-up and you can see like the freaking like blackheads in the face.
I mean, really. I believe in reality, but sometimes you have to not have that sort of reality.
Tell everybody who do you write a column for now? I know
you have to excuse me. I must go water the lily.
Okay, I can keep talking.
Only because they gave me water. No, they gave me intravenous water today because I'm dehydrated.
Oh,
he's had a rough year. He's had a rough year. So who do you write for now? Who do you write for?
Videoscope magazine.
Big magazine.
Please, everybody, check it out if you can.
It's a great magazine, you guys. It's really good. I actually have my own horror site. It's called darkfrights.com. That's why I was asking who you write for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, it's
So I want to
really,
brag.
really good.
I want to brag a little. So here's people that you've worked with that we've had on the show.
Okay.
And it's really like a lot of fun people. Corin Nemec, Ken Foray, Lynn Lowry, Sarah Nicklin, who's been on and she's coming on again now because she's got a new movie.
Yep.
Tiffany Shepard,
Yeah.
Lorraine, Barbara Crampton, Bill Mosley, Tony Todd, Adrienne Barbeau, Nicole Sinaglia, Courtney Palm, Kane Hodder, Gunnar Hansen. Let's see, Michael Berryman,
Yeah.
Vernon Wells. I did a movie with him a few years ago. I produced a movie with him. Vincent Ward, Alyssa Dowling, Brink Stevens, Lloyd Kaufman, Felissa Rose is a good friend of ours. Jan Birch is a good friend of ours. Robert Dobby, Matthias Hughes. Let's see.
Talk
who else.
about a list of horror
Grant
icons. There you
Yes.
go.
Grant Kramer, Bill Heinzman.
Grant
see.
Kramer. Wow. You mean the Grant Kramer that did Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yes.
Okay.
So Ron was actually friends with his mom. His mom is, I don't know who his mom is off the top of my head, but his mom is some famous actress who also was with the guy that Leonardo DiCaprio played the movie, Howard Hughes.
Oh.
I forgot her name, but she's a super famous actress from like the 50s.
Yeah.
And so they were in all of those. And I know you also used to do a radio show with Twisted Sister.
Dee Snider.
We had his son on it with Dee Snider. Do you still do that, or you don't do that anymore?
Well, I've done a lot of radio through the years. I was on terrestrial in New York City, WBAI. So a lot of taxi drivers would hear the show because it was an overnight show. So then I had a show on Pseudo Radio in 96. First internet radio show ever, truly was. And it lasted a couple of years before that became too expensive. There was no advertising then. People thought, advertise on the internet? That's insane. So you couldn't get people to do it. So then I also worked at IATA and I produced Page Six, Richard Johnson's show, and had a weekend show there as well. And worked there for a couple of years until that went the same way, because that was still a little bit too early. It was 99 to 2001, right before the towers.
That was very early, though, because...
Yeah, that was still too early. Then Fangoria Radio on Sirius, which became Sirius XM, of course, before the merger, from 2006 to 2010. And we had a badass show. It was good, like produced. It was, we had people on. And it's funny because some people, they just assume like, oh, we have like a 3-hour show. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, how long is that for? And they say, oh, well, the 3 hours. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, because I'm used to like the old school where you'd have people on for like 15, 20-minute segments.
Right.
Boom,
Exactly.
boom, 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 right? You get them in, get them out, they come on. You'd have like Davy Jones come on with his, memoir. And, he'd come in the studio. He was there for until one break and then he was gone and all that kind of stuff. So, and then now I do a podcast, but it's not a talk show like what you guys do. It's a narrative. So I talk about
It's a what?
Narrative.
A narrative.
Yeah. So talk about, true crime or paranormal, either spooky stuff or true life stuff.
True crime is that's like some of the top podcasts out there right now are true crime podcasts.
Yep, true.
It's a lot of fun. You totally look like you should be in a band too. Have you ever been in a band?
I've only been in a parody band.
Okay.
Called the Slice Girls, which was based on the Spice Girls. And I was, okay, you ready for it? Isis, like the mummy girl. There was Franken, Mummy, and there was actually Ingrid Pitt's daughter was the lead singer, Stephanie Pitt, and I can't remember her character's name. But and this was before all of the crazy terrorist stuff. So then once all that happened, I was like, oh my God, it's like, I'm ISIS Slice. Like, that doesn't raise red flags. I mean, I don't know what is
You
gonna,
don't want to have a problem.
yeah. So I had, it's funny. I had, and actually still have, like an email account that has that in it, but it was created like in the mid 90s. But it's funny because at that time, like once crazy stuff happened, people were like, don't you have another email address? Because I really don't want to email you there. Like, I don't want my name on a list, Okay. So anyway, I did. But yeah, that was a parody. And we had a CD, we had a couple music videos, poster book, a poster, all that kind of stuff. But it
You know
was,
You actually have a documentary too.
Wait, you know who you look like and remind me of?
who's that?
Stevie Nicks.
Really?
Yes. Do people
That's
tell
a
you that?
huge, that's a huge compliment. She's
Yeah.
something.
Doesn't she look a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit
she
like
does look a
Stevie?
little bit like him.
Wow.
She talks a little bit like
I
him,
know
too.
Stevie Nicks in person, so I'm
Do
telling
you?
you that Stevie Nicks is far prettier in person than on camera.
Really?
I don't know why. There's
Yeah.
something.
I almost had her on the show.
No,
once.
there's something about Stevie's personality and the way she moves that makes her prettier than what she is. You know what I mean? That kind of a thing. And you have, well, I mean, you're pretty to begin with, but you have the same kind of quality. You become very beautiful after a while.
That's that's a big
But
compliment.
no, because some people turn into shit after you know them. You know that.
Yeah. They get uglier by the second.
I mean, they could be beautiful, and 10 minutes after you talk to them, you want to throw up.
Yeah.
So, not you. You're very beautiful.
I love it.
Oh,
So you guys,
I
Debbie
don't
also,
blow smoke up
you
people's
guys,
ass
Debbie
either.
has a documentary too. It's called Debbie Rochon Confidential: My Years in Tromaville. Can actually people see that someplace still?
yeah, it's not a documentary though. It's just
not?
clips of trauma movies.
Okay, because I noticed everybody's in it, so I just kind of like assumed everybody got interviewed to say how great you were in it.
Nope. No, that's no. It's actually, it seems like that's what it would be about, right? But in fact, no. It's a bunch of hours of trauma clips put together for sale or streaming, I guess now. But yeah.
So here's something I like to ask all the actors that come on. Bucket list, and you've already worked with everybody major in horror, but bucket list, male and female, if you could work with anybody living or dead, who would you like to have worked with? And then the second part of the question is going to be, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to be in?
Boy,
That's
those
an
are
easy.
good questions and hard to answer, because I think a bucket list would be like a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah.
Would, because he knows what to do with actors. He knows how to cast people properly. You know what I mean? Not try to put them into a space where they don't belong. So I think he would be definitely a bucket list. And there's so many great directors out now. I feel like there's a surge of great directors, like Anthony Perkins' son Oz.
Oh yes, he did a movie that a friend of mine did back in like a regular movie back in the day. You know that he was the star of along with Reese Witherspoon. He was the star of what's that like show that the movie she did in the pink dress in the pink
Oh,
where she goes to law school. Yeah, Legally Blonde. He's the star of Legally Blonde with her in the first Legally Blonde, And so he was an actor before he became a director, and he was really good in it. And he's great. Like that monkey thing that he did is really good. I think all those, yeah, I agree.
I should get him on the show because I knew his father.
Oh.
I knew Tony Perkins. You know how I met Tony Perkins?
How?
I went to a new gay bar that opened out in Mineola, Long Island,
Mm-hmm.
called the Red Door. And when I went in, they said that Anthony was filming Desire Under the Elms, I think was some movie. And sure enough, there he was sitting in the back. Weird. Black pants, black turtleneck, and all twisted. I mean, he sat like weird.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to go talk to him and tell him I was an actor.
Yeah.
And he turned out to be a nice guy.
Yes.
Ron talks to everybody. We were literally, I
Okay.
already knew Richard Grieco, but I had never met him. I had just talked to him on the phone, and we were at a premiere in LA. Do you know who Richard Grieco is?
Yes, I do.
I love Richard.
So he's been on the show a million times. So he's in the bathroom and Ron's peeing next to him saying, "Oh, you should come on our show."
I booked him on
Yeah,
our
that's how we
show.
got him on the show. Ron was peeing next to him.
No, Richard and I were peeing at the same time. And people say, "Did you look?" I said, "No, why would I do that?" But anyway, I said to Richard, "You got to come on our show as we're peeing." And he never got over that.
He's a really good guy.
I love it. Hey, listen, you wouldn't be the first person to cast somebody in a bathroom.
No,
Oh,
I went
absolutely.
when I
Just
was at the
saying.
Beverly Hills. When I was
This
at
is
the
the way it
Beverly
used to
Hills,
be.
I was at the Beverly Hills Hotel for a function, and I went to the men's room, and who came next to me to pee but Warren Beatty. And
There you go.
everybody, all my gay friends says, "Did you look? Did you look?" I said, "You don't do that. That's disgusting. Did you look?" I
So-
would have
You
liked
know, I
to.
didn't look. I felt, and I can tell you that no.
I think you're right about Rob Zombie. So I'm a publicist, is how I like earn my everyday living while I'm raising money for the films that I do. And
Okay.
one of my clients was Dave Fairk, who played young Michael Myers, like in Rob Zombie's Halloween. And he
Mhm.
said Rob Zombie was just cool as shit. You know, and
Yeah.
Caroline Williams is also a pretty good friend of mine, and she's a pretty good friend. Do you know
What happened to
Caroline?
Caroline?
She's
She's
doing
a
an autograph signing this week.
Fabulous actress.
We haven't seen
Yeah.
Caroline in years.
But
Yeah.
I talk to her on social media all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she was one of
I haven't seen her in a very long time, but man, there's nothing that she's in that she's not great.
she's very good in everything.
Really
so.
good.
So what's
Mike Flanagan? Come on, Mike Flanagan. Come on, it's great.
yes.
Great director. Holy cow.
So wait, who's an actor and an actress though that you would like to work with?
That's so hard. Oh my God. There really is so many. I might have to take a minute on that because there's so many. I mean, okay, bucket list. Nick Cage.
Yeah,
Nick Cage, the
Yeah.
worst actor in Hollywood.
I like him. He doesn't like me.
Nicolas Cage can't
Huge
act for shit.
Fan
Did you
of
see
Nick
him in the
Cage.
violin? Did you
If
see him
he-
in the violin?
Was that?
The movie, The Violin.
Nick Cage.
No, I didn't see the violin. I've
Yes,
seen everything else.
Nicolas Cage.
I like Valley Girl first of all from the
Oh,
beginning,
he-
back in the day, and we had the girl from
he
Valley
is
Girl
such
on
a
the show
bad
a couple
actor.
times. She's fabulous. I love Nicolas Cage.
This is where we do a little mini parting of the ways. Woo! Yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
no,
I love him.
no. That's totally cool with me. It's totally good with
I
me.
tried to get him in a bunch of movies that we were working on. We just, his price goes up and down depending on how well his movies
Yeah.
are doing. And when I tried to get him, it was like just too expensive. Like we couldn't like afford him. But
I watch his movies and I cannot wait for him to freak out. I am ready for it. I can't wait to see him just like go nuts. That's why I'm there. I love
like
it. I love it.
So I want to know. So I have a list that I have of people that when they come on the show, then I know how to get in touch with them directly.
Yeah.
Because people come to me all the time saying, "Who do we know that we can put like in different movies?" And so I actually have a list that I circulate. So if it's okay with you, I'm
So
going to
you
put you.
made the
I'm
list,
going to put
baby.
you on the list, and that way maybe we can get you some work out of this.
Damn. I didn't
and
even
now
have to go to the bathroom or nothing.
And now that I know, and now that
I
I
don't
like.
think. I mean,
Now that
do
I
it.
know you, now that I know you, because
And
I've
like
got
you,
9
and
films
like
I'm
you.
working on now, but you've been
guys
a
are
really a wonderful
I-
guest.
I knew I would like you right away. Something about her face.
I knew I would like you guys because of the picture you made and the tuxedo. I
vibes,
love
yeah.
that. I was like, this is crazy. I love this picture.
I know,
I
we
loved
like-
it.
We like to have a good time.
Yeah.
When you have new movies coming out, send me a little message and
Yeah.
we'll bring you back and we'll promote them. I did. We didn't play it because we ran out of time. But you guys, she's got a cool movie that I watched the trailer for called Flesh of the Unforgiven. It looks
What?
really good. It looks like it won a bunch of awards. I don't know where you can see it, but look it up. Flesh of the Unforgiven.
To be, yep. all of it.
She works all the time, you guys. She's an
Good.
icon. She's fabulous. We want to thank you so much for coming on the show, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Have a
Thank
great
you so
night.
much.
Let's get back.
Bye-bye.
You're a
Bye-bye.
terrific game. You're a
What a
terrific
great
game.
guest. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye, baby.
I loved it. So you guys, we're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we're going to come back with our next guest. Here is Maximus Tronic, Our Last Kiss, featuring Nina. Enjoy it, and then we'll be back with Sarah Nicklin.
You pour another glass of wine and tell yourself that everything will be fine. And I watch my life like some TV show, and I cry for you like you know I would. You light up another cigarette, and you say some things that I'll never forget. But I can't walk away like some kind of fool, and I take a hit like you know I would. And I never thought we'd be this, and I never knew I'd hate you. Who would have thought our last kiss was the last time for happiness? And I never thought we'd be here, and I never knew I'd hate you. Who would have thought our last kiss was the last shot at happiness? You scream as you punch out the door, and I hold my head while I fall to the floor. And I say to myself, there's more life than this. And I pray to myself that it's gonna stop. You cry when you see just what you've done, and you hold my hand so there's nowhere to run. And I stay right here like some kind of fool, and I'll wipe your tears like you know I would. And I never thought we'd be this, and I never knew I'd hate you. Who would have thought our last kiss was the last time for happiness? And I never thought we'd be here, and I never knew I'd hate you. Who would have thought our last kiss was the last shot at happiness? I don't know what to do about us. I don't know how to feel about us. I don't know how to say a word. I don't know how to leave you. I don't know what to do about us. I don't know how to feel about us. I don't know how to love you. And I only wanted love. 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 Day one, our life is like a smoking gun. Day two, I turn away the money you. Day three, it's all about me, and that's all I see is what's left of me broken.
Hey, all right, everybody. Now we're going to bring on our next guest, Sarah Nicklin. Let's bring her in.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, oh my God, you look fabulous.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
what should she? What do you think she would?
No,
look
but like that's her new movie that we're going to be talking about called
Yeah.
VHS Halloween, and you set it up beautifully.
It's Halloween season, you got to be ready. And I saw that you just had Debbie on. I love Debbie. She's so
And you-
wonderful.
And you did a movie with her, Splatter Disco.
I did a couple movies with her. Yeah, back
Oh,
then. Splatter Disco, none of that. Exhumed, like, yeah, she's fantastic.
She is fantastic. She's kind of the you're like the new generation, and that's basically, you know, you're coming in as there, and she's still working all the time. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Let's do a proper introduction. Hey everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the amazingly beautiful and talented Sarah Nicklin. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hello.
So this is Ron. I'm sure you remember Ron. Now this is the one you can say, because he kept saying, "What movie with Marcel's were you?" And I was like, "That's the wrong guest."
No, I wasn't. I was in some Marcel movies. So what we did last time I was on your show was Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy.
You had everybody here for Pretty Boy.
I still love Blind. I still talk about it all
Yeah.
the time.
Really well
I
done.
think that's Marcel's finest work.
Mhm.
You should do it again and
Yeah.
make it better and make it a better production.
I agree.
And Pretty Boy. What did you play in Pretty Boy?
I was the deaf girl, so I was the girl that would talk with sign language.
Oh, that was
Oh,
great.
that
You were
was good.
great.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
And what were you in Garden of Eden?
So Garden of Eden, I'm the mom whose daughter was killed by the drunk driver, who's, you know, going through the whole process of getting
Okay.
revenge,
Good.
you know, with the family.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I remember.
First of all, you're fabulous, and I want to say, like, you're hot right now. I didn't even know. I mean, they contacted me, and I was like, "Oh, I know Sarah," and I said we'd love to have her on her by herself, because I know you haven't been on by yourself before. And then I was like looking at your thing, because I just recently saw. And don't worry, we'll talk about VHS. We'll get there.
Sure.
But I was like, oh my gosh, she was in Popeye the Slayer Man.
Yeah. Yep.
And I enjoyed that. It was so campy and fun.
Popeye the Slayer.
Yeah,
Man?
so now all these movies that are in public domain, they're turning into horror movies. So they turned Winnie the Pooh into a
Oh,
horror
come
movie,
on.
Mickey Mouse, and now Popeye the
Get
Slayer
outta
Man.
here.
It was really good though. Did you like doing that? That was fun.
It was really fun, and I think it came out really well. Like,
It came out great.
you know, like,
Scaring the children.
there are some people that are like, "Oh no, you've ruined my childhood." But you
That's
know what?
awful.
No one's
Popeye the
listening to what
Slayer Man. I mean, I love Popeye. He's my
Were you in
hero.
Hell House?
No, I was not in Hell House.
I don't know. Tell her I love the mom jeans in Hell House. I don't know. That must have been for. Oh, that was probably for Debbie. Okay.
Yeah.
So another thing. So I also have seen Black Mass recently, and we'll talk about that a little bit. And then I was looking on your thing. So Joey Belladonna is a very good friend of ours.
Yeah, we
He's
love
been
him.
on the show a million times.
Love his wife.
We went to New York, and like he played a show, and we all stayed in the same hotel and hung out for a
Awesome.
weekend.
Cool.
He's like really, really cool. And I was looking at your thing that you're in a Blood Eagle Wings music video from Anthrax. Like, how
Yeah.
was that being a video girl?
That was really cool. Like, I love Anthrax. I love metal, you know. So
Oh,
like,
do you really? Okay.
so I mean, I was, you know, a little starstruck, being like, "Oh my god, I get to be in an Anthrax music video! Like, how amazing is that?"
He's the coolest guy
He
ever.
is a good guy.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's like one of the best voices ever. He has a Journey cover band.
And
He
I
sings
told
Journey.
him, and you know why he's a good. I told him I don't like your music, and he still stayed my friend.
That's a good friend right there.
I like it.
He said, "What kind of music do you like?" I said, "Doris Day, Johnny Mathis,
She's not even old enough to know
Nat-
who Doris Day and
Nat
Johnny
King
Mathis
Cole,
is.
Frank Sinatra."
Do you know who Doris Day is or Johnny
I do.
Mathis?
I don't know
Okay.
Johnny Mathis. I've heard
And
of Doris Day.
Doris Day was very famous. Doris Day was very famous.
Yeah.
I like love it. So we've also had a bunch of people from Marcel's movies on lately. I like bragging and giving him a little bit of.
Yeah,
I like Marcel's movies a lot.
he deserves it. He does good stuff.
So I think what we'll do is I want to make sure we spend enough time talking about your new film, because I have the trailer. We're going to play the trailer for everybody
Cool.
so people can see it. It's a short trailer actually. So tell us a little bit about it. It's called VHS Halloween, and it's on Shudder, right? I think Shudder did it.
Exactly. So it's out on Shudder now. So this is the 8th film in the VHS franchise installment. And this is their first time that they're diving into Halloween. So the entire theme of the movie is Halloween. And the segment that I worked on is Home Haunt. It's about a family that does this kind of, rickety home haunt every year. And the kids are getting teased, and now he's a teenager and he doesn't want to do it anymore. So it's going to be our last year doing it. And we get this haunted record that we play, and then the haunt comes to life. So we have to battle through the haunt of now real monsters in order to escape.
So now,
How'd you get your pumpkins to light like that?
So there's light bulbs in them. So this is we
Big
do
light, big light bulbs?
like it's like Christmas tree lights. If you think
Of
like
course, they really light up.
you have, I mean, your set is just fabulous.
I mean, they're so bright.
So wait,
Yeah.
so it's on Shudder, which means you only can see it on Shudder, because I'm not a member of Shudder, so I don't know how Shudder works.
it's on Shudder, so you have to sign up for Shudder. It's also on AMC Plus, and
okay,
it's been trending on Prime too. It was like #1 in horror when it came out on Prime. So I don't know if you can actually watch it on Prime though. I think you have to do either Shudder or AMC Plus.
So you guys, it's Shudder, SHUDDER is how you spell Shudder, to check it all out. So now tell us, how did you get into this whole thing? Because one thing I noticed about your segment is that Rick Baker is in your segment. Rick Baker, you guys, is like the biggest like special effects horror
I knew
guy
Rick-
like
I knew
in the
Rick
planet, and he's
I-
huge.
I
I saw
knew-
that and I was like, oh my god, just to get to meet him, and you
I
got to
knew
work with
him.
him.
I knew him years and years ago. You see, I wanted to be a makeup artist when I started in the business because I wasn't doing well as an actor. So I was at Universal for a while as a student, and Baker was the big shot at Universal. And he was about 20 years old, 21 years old at the time. We were both kids. And he was amazing what he did with his crazy shit.
Oh yeah. No,
How
he's
was it working with Rick Baker? I mean, because that's
He's
like
a
a
nice,
big deal.
I like Rick. He's a nice
so nice. He's a really nice guy. Really
guy.
nice. He-
Now he's my age.
No, he's not as old as you.
Older than me?
No, he's younger than you.
How old is Rick?
I don't know, but he's probably only like he's closer to my age than
No,
your age.
Rick is older than that. When I was with Rick at Universal, I think maybe 30.
I'll look it up as we go. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about that. So the trailer, so it's like an anthology then of a bunch of different clips?
Yeah, exactly. And it's an anthology, and it's a found footage is the idea. So the idea for the very first film that they did back in 2012 was that someone has discovered all of these VHS tapes. That's why it's called VHS. And so you get the anthology as people are watching each of them. And they've evolved over the years and, gotten much bigger as fans are, really enjoying the
I
series.
remember the first ones, but I haven't seen all the ones in between.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you guys, the name of the film is VHS
Let's see
Halloween.
it. Let's see it.
And I want you to introduce it. Juan, we're going to play the one that says VHS Halloween. Just introduce it, and then hang on. We'll play the trailer for everybody.
All right, great. So here's the trailer for VHS Halloween, currently available on Shudder.
This Halloween, Shudder invites you to experience the 6 spookiest, ookiest stories that will make you laugh until you scream. It's a spooktacular anthology the whole family can enjoy.
I hope you die! It's gonna kill me! Shivers creeping and crawling down your spine. That's that touch of mine. I won't tell no lie. Trick or treat!
Heard of it. Yay!
That looks like a scary movie.
That looks
Woo.
super scary and creepy.
Very-
It is. They did
very-
a really good job this year. I think the tone is like perfect for Halloween because it's really fun and there's a lot of like really spooky and nostalgia to it. Like it's scary, but you feel like you're a kid again going trick-or-treating with a lot of these episodes.
Right.
So it came out October 3rd, you guys. It said you could sign up to Shudder for a free trial. It's probably shudder.com, I'm going to guess.
Which segues me into my movie is out soon, and I think another week. 2 weeks.
It doesn't come out. That's just the trail. That's just the release. That's just the
So
red
when
carpet
when
event
can
for
they
it.
see it?
I don't know.
I love how he doesn't give a shit about it.
I don't know.
You know, I play General Milan. I opened the movie.
Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell is having its official screening on October 25th, but then it has to go get distribution. I don't know when it's going to come
Yeah.
So
out.
it's not out.
No,
This
it's
is-
just for people who get to go.
oh, okay.
I mean,
Which-
that's what happened with Pretty Boy. If you guys remember, we shot that in 2020, and so they had the cast and crew screening in 20.
We have more clowns than all.
Yes, I
Just
loved it
moved
too.
here.
It was a good theater that they did it at. It was a lot
What?
of fun. The Pretty Boy screening.
Yeah.
Were you at the Garden of Eden screening too?
Yeah, I was there too. Yep, at
Okay,
the
good.
Regal. Yep.
That's a good place to do the different screenings too. So, have you always enjoyed how horror movies? Because you basically, you're starting to get in some really good ones.
Yeah, thank you. I love horror. At this point, I watch pretty much only horror.
Okay.
When I was growing up, though, I didn't really watch horror at all. I watched like talking animal movies, Homeward Bound and Babe, and all
Right.
that sort of stuff. But once I started to kind of discover horror, I was like, oh, this is awesome! Like this is the stuff that I really want to do, and it's really fun.
What are some of like the horror movies that you like a lot? What are some of the different titles that you like a lot? It can't be
Do
ones
you
you're
like
in.
Do you like slasher films?
Slasher films are probably my least favorite. I like more like the psychological horror films. I mean, it's really hard to pick a favorite because there's so many different like subgenres, but I generally go with Silence of the Lambs. That's just a perfect
Great
film.
movie.
So
Right.
good. Or Seven, another like perfect film.
Seven for me is like a little bit. It's not too dark. The contents, the way they shot the film is just too dark. It's like my eyes aren't good enough to. Everything's so dark you can't
Oh,
see
I get it. Yeah.
But I love the subject matter. For me, like my favorite movie of all time is The Lost Boys, which isn't really that much of a horror movie,
But
but
it's
I
so fun.
love The Lost Boys. And then I'm really big into like all the Saw movies. Like I
Yeah.
really like the torture porn stuff.
I really like another movie that came out right around the same time as The Lost Boys, but kind of got buried. The Monster Squad.
Oh, we just had 2 weeks ago. We had what's his name? Stephen Mock, who plays the
Right.
main guy's dad. He was the policeman. The main
Yeah,
guy's dad.
he's great. They're like
He did.
super fun movie.
He was a great guest. He's been
Great
working for
guest.
50 years, and his son, which I didn't know until after we invited him, but his son. Do you ever see that TV show Suits?
Oh yeah.
The lead guy in that is Stephen Mock's son, Gabriel Mock. I didn't know that when I invited him on. It's funny because like 2 weeks before that, we had Michael Posey, I think. I forgot his first name.
Posey.
Posey. And anyway, I didn't know when I invited him on because he's just an actor who's been in a lot of great shit that his son was Tyler Posey. And Tyler Posey is from, Teen Wolf and he's the one who's Mickey Mouse, the one with Mickey Mouse killing him.
Yeah,
Steve-
Dreamboat. Yeah. I was just at a convention with him in upstate New York. I was at Scaricon, and he was one of the other actors that was there. Yeah.
Was he nice? I've never met him.
Super
Was he?
nice. Yeah, super nice. That's crazy.
Now,
That's-
when you go to the cons, who do you actually like? What movies are the most popular of yours that people like to get your autograph for? Because you sell out the pictures of them, right? Like everybody
Yeah.
buys the pictures. Which ones are the most popular for you?
So right now, the ones that people really like are Popeye the Slayer Man.
Okay.
And I mean, even though VHS is new, the people were asking about VHS, and then the Black Mass. That's the other one that people
Yeah, the Black Mass is a really good
recognizing.
one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Black Mass a little bit, you guys, because Black Mass was Devaney Penn, who you know, because she's been on the show a million times, and that was her directorial debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She did a
it
great
was,
job. She
and
was so-
almost everybody in it has been on the show. Susan Lanier, Devaney Penn, Jeremy London, Kathleen Kinmont has not. Lou Temple has. Eileen Dietz has. Eva Hamilton, I don't think has, and Greg Talley has. So, and you, obviously. And it's a great movie, and it's about the guy who killed everybody at the schools. Now I forgot his name.
Ted Bundy. That's
Ted
good.
Bundy, yes.
Yeah, but that's kind of good that you forget his name, because that was the kind of like the whole point of that movie was let's put the focus on the victims and stop glorifying
Not the person.
That's
Right.
so that I mean
Right now they have it all coming out with the new Ed Gein thing, like on, that's all everybody's talking about is the Ed Gein thing on Netflix. And I watched the first episode and it's acted very, very well. And
Yeah.
I will end up watching it all, but I do think that the point of the Black Mass was actually that's a really good point, about the victims of all
yes,
that.
very much so. Yeah.
And I love Devaney Penn. She's fabulous.
She's wonderful. Yeah, wonderful human. And
She's
just very talented and very much very business savvy lady, and she's great.
I also saw on your IMDb you were on an episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER. Did you go with someone else and have a sex problem, or was it yours?
No, my problem was just me, and so those are all based on obviously real stories. And so the woman who had shared her story, she essentially had this problem where her uterus started to fall out, which I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen.
That's the thing. Her uterus started to fall out.
That's a horror movie. That's a horror movie, right?
I know, it really is.
Well, did she trip on it?
No, because we had somebody else who was on the show too, and then they told us, because I didn't get that. I thought it was like a real thing. I didn't get that people are like acting. I thought it was I thought it was like a reality show, but it was really in an ER, and I didn't realize everybody was doing it. So because the other people that came on, we've had a lot of reality people on the show over the 18 years that we've been going, and we knew most of them were all like fake, but for some reason in my head, I don't know why I didn't get that. But it's a fun thing to have on your resume because it's a great conversation starter.
That's very true. It's one of those things people see it and they're like, what is that? Explain this. I don't understand.
You also did a movie recently. You just completed it, and I know it's not available yet, but I want to talk about it because literally we've had almost everybody on the show. We had Dee Wallace on 2 weeks ago with Stephen Mocht, actually. It's called If It Bleeds. Doug Jones has been on the show. Bonnie Aarons, Catherine Corcoran, Gigi Gustin, Chrissy Fox. She hasn't been on the show. Russell Todd, John Kassir, Adam Bucci. Everybody else has been on the show. It's going to be, I guess, coming out soon. And
So we did our cast and crew screening last month for that, and it just got into the Nightmares Film Festival in Ohio, and it's nominated for Best Horror Film there. So, which is very exciting. But so it's playing festivals at this point. They're trying to get it into an LA festival so we can have an official LA premiere. And then after that, kind of like what you were saying, Ron, with your movie, then you got to get distribution. Right. That's the next step.
I'm working on that. I'm learning a lot about that with the other films that I'm producing right now. So do you get a lot of these jobs? Are you getting a lot of stuff now just based on your past work, or are you still having to audition?
It depends on the roles. I mean, I do still audition quite a bit, but for things that are, like TV or commercial, within this indie horror world, most of that work that I get is just because I know people and they know me and they've seen my work and we're friends and we all hang out, and so that's the vast majority of stuff I've gotten is people that are like, I like you, I want to work with you, I'm going to put you in my movie.
What a great way to do, because they could also have worked with you and said, I can't fucking stand you.
Hopefully that never happens.
And so you never know, because I know Marcel's very loyal, and he uses a lot of people over. And Marcel, it's basically out of all the indie directors, he's probably one of for the lower budget indie horror films, he's probably the best indie horror film director that there is.
And he's very mellow, and he's
so wonderful, as a human.
He's one of my closest friends.
Yeah, I love him. He's such a
and his husband Dominic, I love both of them.
Yeah, very good people. Very, very good.
So you guys, the other films that we talked about earlier, Pretty Boy is out actually. You can actually see Pretty Boy now. And that
came out this year.
Sarah French, Jed Rowan, Devaney Pinn, Robert Felstead Jr., Maria Olsen, Robert Russler, Dave Sheridan. I love Dave Sheridan, and Ben Stauber.
Dave is great. The woman that played, I guess, what did she play? The one that did the nonstop talking and acting in the movie was brilliant. Who was
the mother?
The mother.
Maria Olsen. She's been on our show.
Oh, yeah. She was fantastic in that.
She was phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my God. She was brilliant.
It's really a shame that she's retired and isn't really acting anymore. I mean, I understand when personal things come up and you got to prioritize that. But yeah, she was good. Such a good actor. And lovely person, too.
We actually had her on the show when she's in Percy Jackson in the one of those huge $100 million Percy Jackson movies.
Yeah.
And then we met her at a premiere.
Very cool.
I haven't seen her in a long time though.
Well, yeah, because she retired. She had.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She retired.
Yeah, she had some family issues that she needed to, take
Wow,
care of.
what a shame. She's a good actress.
Then you also have Slasher Size, which I don't actually know what that's like. Exercise, is that like an 80s thing?
Totally. That's exactly it. You hit it. That's exactly it.
Because they, what's her name? What's the lady's name that you interviewed? Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis had a movie back in the 80s about like wearing all the. It wasn't a horror movie. It was an actual like, what do you call that when they do the dancing around? Aerobics. Yeah, an aerobics movie. Is it kind of like an aerobics horror movie?
Yeah, but it's like a workout video, but it's surrounded by like a story. So like you're going to like a gym and there's people that are working at the gym, and as the instructors are taking the time to actually walk you through doing a workout video, which is a real workout video, we're just using things like chainsaws and like severed heads as weights. And there is
that's so cool. And it has you guys, it has Sarah French, Kelly Maroney, Diana Prince, Felissa Rose, Lisa Wilcox, Tiffany Shepard. They've all been on our show, every one of them.
Yeah.
Felissa, we know for years. And but the other one is funny. I'm having a difficult time.
Kelly Maroney, you like too.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's great. All these people in horror that know each other, and they're all super nice, super
I
fun.
think it's so cool though that you actually get to go sign autographs. You have a good convention manager.
So far I've just been doing it myself, just like
That's
through
even better.
Yeah, that I know that run conventions. So I mean, and obviously that limits how many I can do. It's just based with who I know. But eventually I like the next step will actually be to get a convention manager.
When you want one, like I have a couple I can refer you to.
Thank you.
Good. I don't know if you know Caroline Williams, but I got her convention manager.
Oh yeah, I know Caroline. Totally. Yeah.
She's like really
She was
cool.
also in Blind.
Oh yeah, she was in Blind. That's right. I forgot she was in Blind. That's so much fun.
Yeah, but very briefly.
Very briefly.
Yeah,
But memorably.
The very beginning.
So like, what are some of your other favorite horror movies that you actually like? If you like, because you don't like the slasher one, even though you're in a lot of slasher ones.
I know. I'm in a lot of them. Maybe that's why I don't like them. It's not that I don't like them, but I like other horror better than.
Or are you hoping, is there a because you're like the get killed person? Like, do you eventually want to be the kill people person, like the person doing the killing?
I mean, I've been a little bit of everything, like I get killed. I've been the final girl. I have been the villain, I did a movie called Beyond the Dunwich Horror, which is like a Lovecraftian, and I'm the bad guy.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a wide variety of everything, but I think usually final girl or victim is kind of, but I like being the final girl because I do like, fighting the monsters. That's really fun doing like all the physical work and a little bit of stunt work, and it's a really good time.
Do you practice screaming? Do you practice your scream? For screaming in the movies, or
it comes natural.
I've never actually done that. I know this, that I've had that question before, and people have asked about screaming in horror movies, and I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of do it. I just
natural.
Yeah, it's like I haven't haven't thought about it.
How was it working for Shudder as opposed to all the other indie directors? Because it's kind of everybody knows. I'm not a member of it, but I know what it is. Everybody knows what Shudder is. How was that? A lot different, and was it a lot harder to get cast in that?
That one actually, it was very collaborative. It felt like an indie set in terms of how everyone was getting along, just with more money, which is always nice. But even so, everyone that worked on that project had a limited budget that they were using for their episodes, and had to stretch it really far with what they were trying to do. So it felt like a good family indie movie set. So
how many episodes, how many different vignettes are there within the film?
There's 6 in this one. So there's a wraparound, and then there's 5 individual ones between them.
Kind of like Trick or Treat. Have you ever seen Trick or Treat? That's one of my favorite movies is Trick or Treat.
I was going to say that when you were asking other movies that I really like. Trick or Treat's one of them. I watch it every year. It's fantastic.
I watch it every year too. He didn't like it that much, but he doesn't really like to watch the horror movies. He's in them, but he doesn't like to watch them. But I watch them. I'm a publicist, and I watch them while I'm working.
Especially if animals get killed.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like. I
can't be in the movie or watch it. I'm 85 years old. Do I give a shit if I make a movie anymore? No, I do it now because it's kind of fun. So I'm very particular, whereas when I was young, I did anything. But now I'm very particular. I don't do movies that are very bloody. Mm-hmm. I do movies that have story, that more are suspenseful. where the audience is on the edge of their seat. I like those kind of movies.
That's what I like too. Yeah, not
Yeah.
not so much.
Yeah,
the
well,
slapstick.
it shows your acting ability because you're not acting like a crazy jerk. You're acting like whatever the character is.
Mhm.
And it's very, very serious, and it's hard work.
Yeah.
And we should pitch another one too. The Witching Hour I wrote down, and I've met Michael Madsen a bunch of times. Tony Todd was actually a friend. Brooke Lewis Ballas is a friend.
Yeah.
William Forsythe is in it. He's the only one like him. I don't like him.
That movie, I don't know what's going on with that movie because I shot that like 15 years ago. Like literally, we shot it so long ago, and still hasn't come out yet. I don't know if it's ever going to come out.
Oh, really? That's so funny because I wrote that one down, and I wrote Devil's Night, and that's a Mahal Brothers film. Rest
I
in
like
peace.
Yes.
And,
Yes. Yeah.
because we love the Mahal Brothers.
Nice
family.
guys.
I'd say whenever now that one passed away, but whenever I see the one that's still around, I tell them, you just need $2 million and you're brilliant.
Yeah. No,
That's the thing. They're lacking money.
absolutely.
And if they had $2 million, they could knock out great films.
But Devil's Night, Kevin Sorbo, that's awesome. Eric Roberts is awesome. John Wells is awesome. Angie
Eric-
Everhart,
Eric
Yeah.
Roberts.
we love it.
What a character.
We've had a
He
lot of-
is.
Did you ever work with him?
Yeah,
In Devil's Night, yeah, we did for that. And that movie was super fun because it's like a medieval sword fighting movie. So like I got to learn how to sword fight, and they let me keep my armor from the movie. So now I have like a full suit of armor.
there you go.
Like pull it out for Halloween.
So where are you actually from?
I'm originally from Connecticut. So I went from Connecticut to Boston.
Well, I could have told you that.
You went from Connecticut to Boston, and then
She's
from
a
Boston to
typical-
here. Are you in Boston now? You don't live in Boston, do you?
No. I live in Los Angeles now.
Okay.
She's a typical Connecticut girl. In her free time at home, she wears loafers, chino pants, and sweaters with a little scarf around her neck.
Yes, as you can tell, clearly the sweater and the scarf.
That's the Connecticut girl. You're so Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Connecticut in my day represented wealth, money.
Mm.
And you would have been considered a Connecticut girl, came from a rich family, a very rich family.
Well, I
The
think it
way
depends on what part of Connecticut, because not all of Connecticut is rich.
But the way you behave, it's very ladylike. And people in Connecticut are very ladylike.
And mannered. Well, how long have
They
you
are.
actually lived in LA?
I've been here for almost 15 years now.
How
Have
many?
you really?
How
Yeah.
many?
15 years.
15.
How old were you when you started
You're
acting?
going to ruin your Connecticut.
I started my very first short film I did when I was 18. I was right out of high school.
Oh my God.
And my very first feature, I was 20.
I am telling you, like, I really literally, I thought you were about 23 or so. I thought you were way, way, way younger than you are.
Thank you.
Good for you.
I thought you were about 21 or 2.
Yeah, I thought you were
wow.
super young, so that's why I was like,
I
you
was,
lived here 15
No,
years. I
you
was
know-
like, what? She like moved here when she's
no,
6?
you know what threw it?
Guys are my favorite.
I said, how could she have done all those movies if she's so young? So that threw it. That's when I realized.
But you got to work with John Wells. He's another one. Like you, he's another one who will be the next big thing.
Yeah,
I think he's
absolutely.
also going to be the next big thing, like you're the next big thing. And I think that, and he's a really nice guy.
the
Really
one
nice
to work with is Dave Sheridan.
Mhm.
Have you ever worked with Dave?
Yeah, she worked with him on something.
He is
Well-
the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
And
Did you get to work with him? You might not have worked with. He's on the film you were in, but you might
I
not have
met
worked with
him.
him.
We didn't actually get to
I
like,
worked with Dave. I worked with Dave, and I loved him.
he's super nice.
Like my son, I thought he was my. He has a wife that's very ill that he takes care of, and he's a wonderful human being. So every time I can, I plug Dave.
As you
because
should.
I
Yeah.
like Dave Sheridan a lot.
Yeah.
So everybody out there, give him work. He's very funny, by the way.
He is
He's a
very funny.
Very good comedian as well as dramatic actor.
He's
Oh,
wonderful.
But he's very funny.
He's in Scary. Is it Scary Movie? The first
Scary
Scary
Movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just brilliant in it. All right, so here's something I like to ask everybody because we have like 8 minutes left, and then we want to plug the movie a little bit more. Okay, bucket list. Male and female that you've never worked with. If you could work with anybody, living or dead,
Ooh.
who would you like to work with? And then the second part of the question is, if you could be in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to have been in? And it doesn't have to be horror, but you like horror, so if you pick horror,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
pick
these
horror,
are hard questions.
so it's okay.
I would love to work with Daniel Day-Lewis. I think he's
yeah,
one of the
good
best
one.
actors out there.
Lewis,
Yeah, that's a good pick.
but he's not horror.
No, she's
Yeah.
not. I didn't say she had to pick horror.
No, I know that, but I thought she would have picked Christopher Lee or somebody like that.
Christopher Lee would be amazing too.
I
That
knew
would
him.
be
I knew him. He wasn't nice.
Oh, really? Don't shatter my
Oh,
dreams.
I met him at a cocktail party when I lived in Beverly Hills, and I said to him, "You know what, Christopher, you did an amazing job with Dracula, better than anybody else." And he, he's 6'5", and
Yeah.
he looked down at me and he said, "I have done more than Dracula." He was so offended. So his wife said he gets upset. So, I'm from Brooklyn. I said, "Oh, tell him to go fuck himself." I said, he was a fabulous Dracula. What is he, crazy?
Yeah, he was.
He made
he
a
was.
fortune doing Dracula. And
Yeah.
she agreed with me.
No, Daniel Day-Lewis is a good pick, though. I mean, every movie he's in is basically an Academy Award movie.
Yeah,
You know?
I would love to be on a set and to be able to just watch him and study him, and because I think he's kind of the
Very
very
interesting choice. Very interesting.
I don't think
choice.
anybody's ever picked him before either. And I've
Because
asked
I
this question,
always,
like,
I
thousands of
always
times.
found him to be a very mellow actor.
He's intense, though.
he's not really in the spotlight at all either. And he comes from a theater background, and he doesn't do any of the the glitz and glam. He's just a really good actor, and people
He
hire him.
actually leaves. It's like, he never gets in trouble. You don't see him in at
No,
parties or drugs or accidents or anything. He just does his thing and goes home.
because he's an old
Because he's a
timer.
real actor, though, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a female.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
But you
Female.
can't do Meryl Streep.
No, that would be a good
Not
one.
allowed. Not allowed to do Meryl Streep.
I think Julie Andrews.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's a
Andrew.
great one.
I
would
could
like
see
to.
I
That
could
was
see
cool.
you wanting to be with her because you're very much like her.
Oh,
I
thank
also, I hate to sound like a know-it-all, but I went to see Victor Victoria on Broadway,
Mhm.
and I was so impressed with Julie's work that I waited outside, which I never do, on the street.
To meet her.
And she came out of the theater with a scarf and she said, "Everyone forgive me, but I can't be with the winter air because of my throat."
Oh,
And she was so charming and so wonderful that I said to myself, this is Hollywood. This is a real actress. The way
Yeah.
she said to everyone, "Please forgive me. I can't sign autographs because I can't stay here." And she
very
ran
classy.
the bar.
But elegant and classy.
Elegant and classy, exactly.
I see you. You're going to
So
be that way,
I
too.
could see you wanting to play her parts. And I
Yeah.
think you would be
Work
very
with her.
good in them. You would be very
Oh, wait, what was the movie? Give us a
No,
movie
wait,
that
I
you'd
could
like to
see
do.
her.
Okay.
I could see you
Um,
as Mary Poppins.
If I could be in any movie, I think one of the performances I love the most is Natalie Portman in Black Swan. I would love to play
Great
that
movie.
role.
Great.
Great movie. It's so
Natalie
much.
Swan, Natalie Portman's role in Black Swan.
Oh, I love the movie. I love Natalie
Amazing
Portman.
movie.
I've never met her, but I love her.
Yeah,
I
I
love
do.
Natalie.
He has a Natalie Portman movie that's got 4 people in it. I forgot the name of that movie.
Oh, I love
That's
that
like one of
movie.
his favorite movies. I can't think of it at the
Where
moment.
she
at the time.
becomes a hooker in a men's club. And it's a wonderful.
Natalie Portman, though, is one of. Actually, you kind of like remind me of Natalie Portman a little
Yeah.
bit now that you bring that up.
No, she's
Like a
she's
young Natalie
wonderful.
Portman, because obviously she's older than
She's
you. But
wonderful.
like you could actually do that. I think you've got the acting chops to do that too.
Oh,
I
And
think you can do that.
the other actress who's going to be a superstar, she's English, is
do you know who Michelle Dockery is? You look
Michelle-
like her too. a
Michelle
little bit.
Dockery.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that I look like
Michelle Dockery is a brilliant actress.
She's
the
wonderful.
number one actress right now that's going to happen. Have you ever seen her movie where she plays a prostitute?
It's a TV show.
Yeah, TV show. A prostitute,
Behavior.
drug addict,
Oh,
kleptomaniac, murderess.
no, good behavior. I
Oh,
haven't
So
seen it.
different than Downton
It's
Abbey.
wonderful,
like
and she plays each part with a different wig and a different persona.
had 2
Wow.
seasons on TNT. It's on HBO Max.
It's
It's
great.
the greatest show
Oh.
ever. And to see
I
her
will
go
watch
Lady
that.
Mary to that, and she's also really good in the movie where she's on the airplane with Mark Wahlberg
Yeah.
and like they hijack the plane. It's like a little.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it. It
So
was
these
good.
are actresses that you should sort of look at. And
Yeah.
think about learning a little bit from them because these are super duper actresses
Absolutely.
that really have it. They're natural.
I could see you though following in their footsteps. Actually,
Yeah, I could see.
really,
Well, that's why I brought it up.
you know, you have a different quality because we bring on so many different.
No,
people.
you're very elegant. You're very classy. You're very sophisticated. You're not cheesy or trash. And that's why I don't see you in these horror movies playing bloody. I think you're above it.
You're
I
right.
love it. I love the
I
horror.
think you should only work in thrillers.
Thrillers, yeah. That's what I like the
films
most.
that I like work. I'd love to work with you. I think
I
you'd-
love
I can put it on the list now.
I
if we
think
can
you'd be great in one of the films that I do.
I also think that you have a lot going on for you, and like Ron always gets upset because we go to all these premieres, like your different premieres that we've been to.
Yeah.
You know, and you can tell like the girls who are desperate because they wear, you know, skirts that barely cover their rear end.
I call
and
them I call them clit covers.
I mean, they look like just total trashy whores, and you're like, that's not going to get you anywhere. Sleeping with
No.
whoever is never going to get you anywhere. Work on your
No.
craft.
Exactly.
She definitely. I could. I don't know if there's a woman. I'm doing a movie soon.
We got 2 minutes, so hurry.
Can we mention his name?
No.
No, I can't mention his name. But he's a very, very big star, and I play his father.
Oh, amazing.
And it's a thriller and a good one. It's called the Haunt.
Actually, I'm going to put your
What
name
is it
anyway.
called? The House?
Uh,
The Haunted House? What is it called? I forgot the
They
title.
keep changing.
But it's a good script. It's very, very.
I'm going
eerie.
to put your name. I mean, you probably have a manager and agent, but you know, people come to me all the time looking for actors for different roles. So I'm going to put you on my list of people that I know.
But not
that could
cheesy,
work.
not cheesy.
Yeah, but the
slasher.
silly thing I won't give. I won't let you. It doesn't matter because I won't give them your contact. I'll contact you and say, hey, you know, would you be interested? In
Sarah,
this?
I would not like to see you in a movie with your tits out getting chopped up. I
That's not
would
really
not
what I
enjoy
do.
that.
That's
I
not
would
Good.
say
I'm glad you don't do that because you don't need to.
Because you-
You're beautiful on your own, and you
you
don't need
have
to do that
such
cheesy
you have
shit.
such beautiful style that you're so above that. I'm telling you the truth.
you.
You gotta go.
I'm in the business 65 years.
So you guys
Yeah.
follow
So
Sarah
I know
Nicklin
shit
on
from
Instagram.
Shinola.
You guys follow Sarah on Instagram. It's at
Yes,
Sarah
sir.
Nicklin. Sarah has an H in it. Check out right now, you guys, Shudder.com. It's called VHS Halloween. It's available now. You want to go see it and then see all her other films, especially I know recently Pretty Boy came out, Garden of Eden came out, and Popeye the Slayer Man, which is really good, you guys.
It is.
Thank
It
you
is.
so
And
much
if
for
you
coming on.
watch
Guys.
Pretty Boy, you have to watch Blind first, then watch Pretty.
There you go.
Pretty
Right.
Boy.
And I want to thank your publicist for contacting us to come
Absolutely.
out. I forgot his name.
Pleasure,
Hello, hello.
a pleasure knowing
and,
you.
and
No,
we'll see,
this was
we'll
wonderful.
see you soon.
Pleasure.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
we will. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Terrific.
All right, everybody.
Terrific.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the show today. We had great guests, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfie.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.